Hello everybody! Hello Sonic fans! This is Steve here for Plenty of Rings. You can see me for the first time. This is what I look like. Ooh, how amazing is this? And we're going to do a discussion video about Sonic, of all things. And I've got my dear friend Roman from the Wasted One-Ups here to join me. Say hello.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wasted One-Ups. Same wasted time, same wasted channel. Today we'll be playing,
This is Plenty of...
What's that?
Wrong channel, dude. Wrong channel. This is Plenty of Rings. This is the Sonic channel.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of Rings, Sonic channel. Glad to be on, Steven. Thank you for having me.
Roman has his own channel, which we both play games, but this is the Plenty of Rings channel where we talk about Sonic.
Yes.
Okay, because Sonic is the height of all news at the moment, isn't he?
I haven't heard
He's
anything
been hitting
about him
all
lately.
the newspapers. Have you not?
No, what's going on? Is he sick?
But poor guy, turns out that in the real world, he's quite an ugly douche.
Oh yeah, no, just like most Hollywood actors. I'm sorry.
Sonic's movie trailer came out. A lot of backlash about how he looks. And the director, Jeff Fowler, has decided, because so many people hated it, that he's going to redesign the look of Sonic.
Right. Can you remember another studio doing anything like this?
No.
Like getting on
No,
Twitter,
I
showing
cannot.
you the trailer, getting such a negative reaction. They're just like, you know. It was also that it looked incredibly unfinished,
Sure.
which I thought was meta commentary for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Maybe.
I was like, oh, the games are never finished, so we'll just release a movie that's unfinished and a trailer that's unfinished.
In the same fashion as everything else.
Yeah.
What I found funny, I saw this post today. Someone sort of gave a rundown of everything that's happened about the movie so far, which is they released the silhouette poster of Sonic. Everyone went, ew, right?
Yeah.
Then they released that poster of his legs overlooking San Francisco Bridge,
With a weird gap.
and everyone went, ew. Then they released, well, it was the leaked concept art of Sonic, right?
Yeah.
And everyone went, ew. Then it was that actual sort of confirmed image that wasn't confirmed by the studio, but it was actually, the full CGI image of Sonic, and everyone was like, ew,
Yeah.
God, no, ew. Then they released the movie trailer, and everyone was like, oh my God, ew. And then Paramount went, wait, you mean you don't like the design?
What?
I remember a time when the producers at Paramount, they came out and said, look guys, look, it's gonna be weird if we don't do this.
Oh, they were like, it's
you
gonna
see
be
that?
weird if he has one eyeball and two pupils, alright?
Exactly.
Why?
He's gonna look like some kind of weird otter if we don't do it realistic. Some people have brought up a very good point that now a lot of animators,
A lot of animals are
gonna have a really tough
angry.
time. But now they've got to spend a lot of time and a lot of money redoing him from scratch. And it's quite late in the game to do that.
What about the people that aren't going to be able to see their families, and their excuse is, I need to make Sonic look better. I'm sorry I can't be there for the birth of my daughter. Sonic looked really weird, and I needed to fix him. You have to understand.
I just gave birth to our beautiful baby boy. He's like, that's great, honey. By the way, Sonic looks great now. Moving on to the main event.
Okay.
Of this discussion. They're going to spend a lot of time and money on remaking Sonic. Maybe, Roman, we can help them.
Okay.
Okay? And this is how we can help them. We're going to go through at least most of Sonic's designs that he's had. We're going to give our thoughts on each of Sonic's design, the pros and cons, and see
Alright.
which is best for Paramount to base their new design on.
11 Sonic designs.
There are 11 Sonics. I mean, there's
Let's
probably
do
more.
11
This is just like the
Sonics.
main ones. But this is number one. This is the original Japanese Sonic the Hedgehog from 1991. This was on the Japanese cover of the very original game on the Genesis Mega Drive. So, what are we thinking?
Alright, I'm going to tell you why I don't like this.
Okay, go on.
I'll tell you immediately off the bat. He looks too helpful.
too.
You get what I'm saying?
No.
He looks like he's gonna stand at the front of an amusement park and be like, "Hey, the rides are this way. I'll take your ticket." But like, you can see that it's like, oh, this is respectful Sonic the Hedgehog, who would take your daughter out and get her home by 10. This is nice Sonic.
Open the door. Hey, I'm Sonic. I'm here to pick up your daughter. Don't worry, we'll be home real soon. I'll look after her.
We have rings. The only ring I care about is a promise ring.
Physically speaking, he's okay. He's not the best.
Right? No,
I don't like the way. I don't like the way his quills are. Is it quills?
Yeah, technically,
spines, spikes,
quills,
spines,
whatever.
Spikes. I don't like that the way his spikes are. On his head, there's like there's only 2, and then on the rest of his body, there's also 2. They're not quite aligned right for me, and also he's a bit too fat, I feel. Otherwise, he's quite nice. Maybe his nose is too big. Yeah, his mouth looks like a hot dog.
It definitely does.
Number 2. Here we go.
This is American Sonic.
This is so it was in parallel to the Japanese Sonic 1. This is the US Sonic 1 and Sonic 2.
You know, I said the last one was too nice and too friendly.
Yeah.
This one is way too aggressive. It's a
completely
little
agree.
scary.
Yeah.
Like, the last one was like, I'll get your daughter home. This one's like, guess where this finger's going. It's
oh no! It is. It's way too aggressive for me. I don't like how his head seems to be just like a sphere by itself, and then the spikes look like they're just glued on the back.
Yeah.
Just like 3 large paper cutouts of spikes, and then someone's just gone. Pfft. That's probably why he's pissed off, to be honest. Someone stuck these fucking spikes on my back.
If you took away the nose and you took away the ears, and I'm just realizing this right now, he looks like he would be a shark character, because those look like shark fins.
His finger looks
Skinny
like a
little
hot dog.
twig legs. Yeah, his finger looks like the hot dog.
Number 3. Here we go.
Oh god. So this is actually what I was referring to when I said that I always hated this style, because it's obviously based on American Sonic.
Yeah, this is the
and it is
Sonic
American Sonic.
Satan / the cartoons, the early 90s cartoons, both of them.
The one that was a little serious, right?
Oh well, yeah, both of them. They were kind of similar, I think.
No.
His
So,
stance,
yeah, I
it
don't
looks like he's kind of
design
going,
at all.
what? You talking to me? What?
Yeah. What did you expect?
You want to go outside, buddy? But the cartoon's great. I like the cartoon.
No, I love the cartoon. I just wish they would have used Japanese Sonic's design.
Right. Yeah. Move on to number 4. Here we go.
All right.
This is known as Toei. Is it Toei? Toei Sonic. Is that how you pronounce it? Toei?
I always pronounce it toy, but I'm pretty sure it is Toei.
Toei? I don't know. Originally seen in Sonic CD, he's also seen in the animations for Sonic Mania as well, and in some comic books.
Honestly, I love this design. I think this, to me, is what Sonic should look like.
Yeah.
It's my favorite so far, and probably because it's got such like anime influences to it. But yeah, I love this design. Every time I see this one, I think it's going to be a good project.
Yeah, I love it as well. It is definitely one of my favorites. He looks cool. He looks like he's got. It's a good balance between nice and attitude. It's like a mix between the original Japanese and the original American.
Yeah.
His proportions are about right. He's still a bit fat, but it's fine. His socks and his gloves though are like way big, and it looks like his feet are just gonna slip out.
This one just screams energy to me. I love the energy coming off of it. It's very energetic. What do we got next? Oh god. He looks like weirdly like he's going through a blender. Like this is the first frame of him being blended into something.
What?
And the horror hasn't yet set in. He's still smiling. He doesn't understand what's about to happen. He's being blended.
This was designed specifically for Sonic Adventure when this first came out. And I think I see what they were going for, because the late 90s was sort of the height of the skater urban vibe, I guess, and that's sort of what they were trying to go for with Sonic Adventure, I think, where Sonic was just kind of like like a punk, you know, like a skater punk. That's the impression I get from this.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's too cool for school.
I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I'm 100% when I was a kid, I saw this, and I was like, whoa! As a grown-up now, I look at it, and I'm like, it just reeks of trying too hard, and and focus groups, and like all this other bullcrap. All right, next one. This is Sonic 06, right?
Yes.
All right. A couple things.
Go on.
Until we get to the head and the gloves.
Right.
The gloves are they look dirty for some reason. Until we get to the head, no problem. Like the legs, the shoes, the arms, everything's fine. The face is okay. And then we get to the head. Where it looks like he has a tumor growing out the top of his head.
Oh, God. I can get on board with the body.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can get on board.
A lot of Sonic fans can.
But there is something wrong with the head. I feel like it's a little bit too big. The spikes are obviously way too thick and long. But my problem is the eyes, actually. It doesn't look like he's looking at anything. Yeah. It just kind of looks like he's staring blankly in the distance. And I think that was one thing for the whole game, the Sonic 06, but they just couldn't animate his eyes properly. He was always fixated at one point, so whenever he turned his head, he was always looking the same way. They were just unable to animate his eyes, and I can see that here as well. Yeah. But some people really like this design.
All
Next.
Right, what do we got? What the fuck is that, Steven?
Okay. I don't think you'll ever have seen this, but this is the adaptation of Sonic in the UK Fleetway comics.
That's what he looked like in your comics?
Pretty much. I'm used to this design, but I know that it's terrible. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Go on.
The legs are too far apart. They're on opposite sides of his body. It looks like one of his legs is coming out of his ass. So that's no good. It's no good.
It's no good.
He's a little tubby. The spikes aren't a huge problem. The shininess is. I don't know why they made him shiny. The eyebrows are too much. His eyes are a little too angry.
My biggest problem is he's got a massive forehead, and it looks really heavy. It looks like he's just gonna fall forwards any second, flat on his face. And he does have a really angry face. He looks like he's about to go on a murderous rampage.
Exactly.
Next.
All right. So this is Sonic as we've grown kind of accustomed to.
This is modern Sonic as we know him at the moment.
Now, again, no problem. Well, okay, the proportions are kind of weird. Like his arms seem a little too long.
Okay.
Like if he puts down his arms, his toes or his fingers might touch the ground.
I'm mostly okay with this design. There are just some little things that I would change. Like I'd like his legs to be a little bit shorter. His hands and feet should be a little bit smaller. I think his head should just be a little bit smaller as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm okay with it. Yeah. But I think they have improved on him a little bit in very recent years. Like in Sonic Forces, from what I remember seeing clips, because I've played it a bit, but from what I remember seeing of Sonic in the gameplay, he's actually a little bit shorter.
It's because he was tortured for 3 months, so he got a little shorter. Loss of body mass, loss of bone mass.
Yep, next one. Okay.
Oh, the comic Sonic.
Yeah. This is the comic Sonic that you are aware of. I believe this is the Archie Sonic comic. Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever see the art in the book, they vary from artist to artist. Some of them are just god awful. Like this really super skinny anime one. But
Really?
this one, when they settled on this art style, I actually liked it a lot. I think his proportions are great. The spikes, I kind of like it a lot.
I agree with you. I think the proportions are pretty much spot on.
Has he always had 5 fingers?
Yeah. Yeah, strangely enough, I believe that Sonic's... Well, I don't know about the original. Should we check?
Wow.
He's always had 5 fingers. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
well,
that's impressive.
okay.
Because most cartoon characters, they only have 4, right?
Saturday morning Sonic only had 4 for some reason.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
Why do this? Okay.
Go on.
Here's the thing. A lot of people give this this design a lot of crap.
Okay.
Rightly so. It's garbage.
Right.
No. I'll tell you specifically what I don't like on it before I shit. Oh my god, I'm just noticing something. What the fuck's up with his shoes? I know they're not, but they look like wood pieces that he tied onto his shoes, like splints. I don't get the bandages. I don't understand. Yeah. Are they saying like, oh, to compress his muscles, like, so he'll be more efficient?
I don't know.
He's still wearing socks over the bandages?
What's with the scarf as well? Why did they give him a scarf?
It's, first of all, Steven, it is a handkerchief.
I apologize.
I guess to hide the fact that he doesn't have a neck.
Maybe. Yeah. His legs are way too long, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why they made
it looks alien.
Even taller. With every generation, just he kept getting taller. And I don't know why they kept doing that. Like, Sonic doesn't look good tall. Why are they not getting this message? For goodness sake.
Doesn't.
All right, here we go with the last one.
Oh. What's that from?
This is the new comic, IDW.
Oh, the new... I haven't read any of it.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
But this is what he looks like.
I like this one.
I like it.
I like it. It's very stylized, but still true to the character. Like, the body proportions seem right.
Yep.
The quills seem right. This is pretty spot on.
He's doing a cool... cool pose. He's like going... He's jumping towards the Fury. He's going, One! One!
If they ever decided to make another 2D Sonic movie or series, this is the design I would want them to use.
Absolutely. It's a good cross for me. This is a good cross between the modern Sonic and the Toei Sonic, I suppose.
1! This design is number 1!
All right, so there we go. You've seen all the designs. There's probably a few more that we haven't touched upon. You know, really obscure designs. And if you do think of any obscure designs of Sonic, please put them down in the comments below. But otherwise, from what we've seen, what would you think is the best design, and what do you think Paramount should go for in terms of inspiration? Either
for the last one we saw, which was the modern comic.
Right.
But barring that, I'd say the toy one. Or
sure.
Toei, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
If you go back and you look at early concept art that had Chris Pratt in it, because that's who they were originally thinking.
He looks like a bear.
He does.
A grizzly
but
bear.
It's still better than what they put out. It's actually a plot point in the movie. Tom Wachowski, the main character, realizes there is no God when he sees Sonic the Hedgehog.
Meow.
Why do you think Sonic fans are so upset about the design shown off in the trailer, or what is it about previous versions of Sonic that makes him appealing to people?
I know a lot of people like to bash on Sonic fans or the fan base, right? But if you look at it, they've been incredibly loyal, but they have years and years and years of telling Sega what they want and them not listening.
Yeah.
You know, Sega kind of does its own thing. I think they've listened maybe once or twice. And I feel like with this movie, it's that same frustration, but it's like, now we have another target, which is Paramount. Another center for, like, they could have listened to fans, they could have engaged, especially when so many movies these days are doing that. Whereas this feels like, you guys don't know what you want, we know what you want. You want lanky, weird crackhead Sonic.
I hope I don't come across too nasty. I'm sure Jeff Fowler is a nice guy, and he's probably a great director, but it seems to me that he doesn't understand any or a lot about Sonic's legacy.
Yeah.
Because of what an iconic character he was. At one point in the early 90s, he was more recognizable to children than Mickey Mouse, right? So we can't deny that Sonic is an iconic character, and because of his rough history, there are some really passionate fans who love Sonic for who he is, and who want nothing more than to bring Sonic back to his former glory. So when a film director goes out, takes him, and just goes, put him in a real world, of course people are going to lash out. Of course they are. There are some people who are going to get really defensive. You've gone too far, Hollywood. You have. You've gone way too far. Stop this right now. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. What is this thing? Oh, rings. Oh yeah, rings. Let's put rings in the Paramount logo. Yeah, he'll throw rings around. That'll be his way to teleport. Yeah, that'll work. That's what the fans will like.
Stupid.
Or maybe Jeff Fowler is a huge fan of Sonic, and just has his own sort of image, which just happens to suck. Either way, this movie is going to happen. It can't not happen. It's too late for it to not happen.
I predict 10 out of 10. Family film of the year. I think it's coming out 2 weeks before Frozen.
Well, thank you very much, Roman, for joining me on this channel today. I really appreciate and value your opinions. Go on.
I predict the ending is going to set up Shadow the Hedgehog for the villain in the sequel. There you go. There's your happy note to leave on.
All right. So thank you very much for watching / listening, guys. I hope you've been educated, as I know we have. And if you want to catch more of me and Roman, we have a YouTube channel.
We do?
Called Wasted One-Ups, where we play video games. That's your cue, yeah.
We play games, and we do it in style.
But for now, thank you so much for joining me, Roman. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, Stephen. I always love being a guest.
Bye-bye from us.
Okay, bye-bye.
Gotta fix fast.